What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back with another news video today, and we've got a couple of things for you to talk about with you today. First of all, let's just get out of the way. Contact training has been approved for all Premier League teams to start with immediate effect, which is going to be a big boost in terms of getting the Premier League back up and running. Looks like that's the next step in terms of football getting restarted. We've seen leagues in Germany already started. Spain have announced. So it looks like football in England looks like it's going to come back, and it could be as soon as June 12th, but it looks like it's more likely going to be June 20th or June 26th. Spurs have already been confirmed as the first game after if the Premier League does come back. Spurs versus Man United on a Friday night will be the opening of the return of the Premier League. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out, the fitness levels of all the players, if they've come up with any new ideas. In an interview, the next bit in an interview with Sky Sports, Jose Mourinho has been talking about lockdown and training and a few other bits and pieces. We'll start out with the training because it links in with the contact training. He was talking about how people have seen pictures of bikes, him on a bike around floating around social media. It's because during the non-contact training, players have been stuck in little clumps and haven't been able to train together. So he's having to manage all these different little clumps of players at different times, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult for him to be on top of all those training sessions at all time, especially because they're so far apart, because the training centre is so big. So that's why you've seen pictures of him on bikes and stuff. He's been riding around, kind of trying to keep control of all the different kind of training sessions. Most interesting part, I think, probably was when he's talking about the transfer market. Asked about if Spurs are thinking about transfers and if they've got any plans for the transfer market. This is a direct quote from Jose Mourinho. He said, "To be honest, in this moment, it is the last thing we are thinking about at the club, and we are not thinking about it. No talks about it, because at this moment we think about safety, following every rule inside of the training ground. We are trying to be perfect, not just in testing, but in everything in the club. We are trying to be perfect. If you ask me, and I'm not going to run away, I think it is normal that you're going to have a different market. I don't see the world, and especially the football world, ready for some crazy numbers that we're used to having, and some crazy investments that sometimes some clubs and some leagues are used to doing." My first question after that is, when will the transfer window be? Because I don't think it will be July to August. It will obviously have to go further than that. If you ask me what I want in my club, I like my club to be what I know it is going to be: sensible, balanced, not going to spend rivers of money, and we are trying to respect the situation, not just of the football, but of the world and society. So that is the quotes from Jose Mourinho on the transfer market. Nothing too crazy, nothing too unexpected, but some fans might be a little aggrieved that Tottenham doesn't look like they're prepared to spend much in the coming window. Although we've always been fairly savvy in the transfer market, and we've always tried to get a good deal. And when we did kind of splash out Ari last summer on Ndombele and Lo Celso, it kind of blew up in our faces, as it were, in the short term anyway. So probably Levy might be a bit scarred by that, I'm not sure. But obviously with the current situation, with the pandemic, with the coronavirus, with the, I might get demonetized if I say the word. So with the current pandemic going on, it's obvious that the money, I don't think we're going to see big transfer fees like 80 million for Harry Maguire and things like that. I think the transfer market's going to be a lot more tempered, and it's going to be, I think they're going to have to look for value for money. And obviously Spurs are in desperate need of investment in certain areas, but I can't see us, we've seen links with Havertz for 70 million and Koulibaly for 80 million. These are pipe dreams. They're not going to happen. Their transfers were just simply out of discussion, I think, for the time being. We're going to have to look for deals, maybe swap deals, and we're going to have to look for cheap signings. I don't think we're going to be a lot of money to spend, if at all. So I think the quotes from Jose Mourinho back that out. He was also talking a bit about life in lockdown and about how Spurs have been keeping together during lockdown. He said every day they have a Zoom call all together, and everyone's been keeping as a family, been trying to work out together on the Zoom calls. He said even the family sometimes get involved and help the players working out. Sometimes their kids or the dogs or even the wife can help and can get involved. And he said he has been living with his coaching staff all together during the whole lockdown so that they're not breaking the social distancing rules. He said obviously he had that incident with Tongi, but apart from that him and all the coaching staff have all been living in the same house just so they can work on plans together and after lockdown, and they don't have to breach the rules to be in contact with each other. So some interesting stuff there from Jose Mourinho, talking about transfers and life in lockdown, but nothing too... he's also mentioned how he personally is desperate to get back into football, and he said the Tottenham squad are also very desperate to start playing football again. And he said it's been hard watching the Bundesliga restarting and knowing that the German people are giving the people what they love. The German players are giving the people what they want, and it's hard watching off from the sidelines knowing that at the moment we're not playing. But he said with the following leagues restarting, he said it's likely the Premier League is going to restart. It looks that way at the moment, obviously with the contact training starting up again. But anyway, that is your news for today. Let us know what you think of the Jose Mourinho quote. Let us know if you think it's good that the contact training is starting. Are you excited for the return of football? Like and subscribe if you like our content. And as always, come on you Spurs.